All right, Shalom. I want to start by giving our praise and glory to Yahweh, Shema Shah, by Shimon Kakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to other Achaemenid pushing the word of sincerity and the truth. Yeah, just want to go through this article on CNBC, more updates on the coronavirus, which this is a national emergency. It's a global threat, you know, which everybody, brothers are familiar of. Most of these people aren't even in the know of this virus till it hits, a city or a neighborhood near them. But the spirit is on us brothers to constantly watch. The prophecy says that we're supposed to watch it as well as pray. So we watch for these the coming destruction and the coming catastrophes to hit the planet Earth and the city of Wuhan. This coronavirus is definitely a catastrophe. A divine plague that was brought to the people from the Heavenly Father. And we don't know, of course, the origins, whether it was from some goddamn lunatic in a laboratory or it was from the poor eating habits of the Chinese. But we do know that this virus is alive and kicking, and they haven't found any type of immunization or vaccination or any type of cure to fight off and fend off this virus. And I'm gonna jump straight into it. It says the WHO, the World Health Organization, said the fast-spreading coronavirus that infected more than 8,200 across the world is a global health emergency, and it is a global health emergency. And starting off with the apostles and elders on down, we've been speaking about these things for years. That it was going to be a massive plague that will hit the world, and we don't know for sure, how large this is going to take way. But if I'm not mistaken, it's spread to over 18 countries in the United States. It's having an outbreak itself. You just had a case where an individual traveling from Wuhan, China, came to the United States, and basically they were diagnosed with the coronavirus, man. So in the coming days, we'll see how that transpires, how that develops, because this disease is not slowing down. It's not dormant. It's not it's not basically showing any signs of halting. It's a rapidly spreading virus. It says the rare designation will help the international agency mobilize financial and political support to contain the outbreak. The WHO said the fast-spreading coronavirus that's infected more than 8,200 across the world is a global health emergency, a rare designation that helps the international agency mobilize financial and political support to contain the outbreak. Yeah, and these different countries that's being plagued, but you had this one individual, he was voicing his concern. He lives in the city of Wuhan. And he was basically saying that basically these cities aren't even really ready. The city that in the city of Wuhan, they're basically, giving people a pat on the back, and telling them, giving them a lullaby before their death is announced, so to speak. They're giving them those different face masks, so-called, some forms of prescription or whatnot to try to fight off the disease, but it's not helping. These different like I said, these different departments of health are not properly prepared for the coming plagues that's such as this virus that's to hit, especially the United States. Even if most of these people trust in America, they trust in the shadow of Egypt. Like, we have the best military, we have the best medical system. If the medical system was so great, they would have already found a cure. And a lot of these diseases, were created by the so-called white man and other nations any goddamn way. If I'm not mistaken, they already created a mock coronavirus, a copycat version, But you could create a copycat version, but you can't create a cure. That's how you know this place is just ass backwards. Here it is, you know how to create plagues and you know how to destroy. And that's just the spirit of death that looms in the society. You know, these different nations know how to create diseases but they don't know how to create cures, man. You know, that's why this place is known as the Valley of the Shadow of Death. And you know, we gotta pray for brothers, you know, through the spirit, you know, because, you know, when it hits these different cities in Chicago, or whether, you know, here in Atlanta, we have a very, very busy airport. Chicago was rated the busiest one, and you know you have cases there. You know, we got to make sure the brothers are definitely in our prayers, because, you know, we don't know how this thing is gonna spread. You know, when it hits, you know, which it already hit the United States, but when it fully spreads and becomes a full-fledged pandemic. You know, because right now it's an epidemic. You know, it's still on a somewhat small level, but when people start dropping by the hundreds of thousands, you know, that's when we know, all right, man, this, you know, we're in a position of no return. You know, like when you watch movies, Contagion, Containment, Outbreak, World War Z, these pestilence, disease-based, and then those be some damn good movies, and they're very prophetic. You know, they go into the full proof, you know, the full skinny of things, man, the truth, you know, of how, you know, either they're created in the laboratory, or they're, you know, it might be a bat, or it comes in contact with a pig, you know, and that pig might be cooked, you know, and somebody might consume it, and they have the plague, and it might either it's airborne or it's foodborne, you know, but that the virus starts to, you know, take way. But it says the announcement comes just hours after the United States confirmed its first human-to-human transmission of the virus, which has killed at least 171 people in China and has now spread to at least 18 other countries. Since emerging less than a month ago in Wuhan, China, the coronavirus, and it's only been a month, you see? And 2020 has been a heavy year. It's only been 1 month, all right? Yeah, we're in January the 30th. All right, it's only been 1 month, and all these different things are going on. It says China, the coronavirus has infected more people than the 2003 SARS epidemic, which sickened roughly 8,100 people across the globe over 9 months. So in this 1 month span, it's done what the SARS epidemic has done in 9 months. So these people can't afford this disease to last for 9 months, 10 months, 11 months, 2 years. Those numbers will skyrocket, you know, to the hundreds of thousands, if not millions, all right, of sick individuals. You know, and these different cities are shut down. There is no commerce. There is no transactions. A lot of stuff is just on halt, you know. And like I said, a lot of the staffing is you know, the hospitals are understaffed. A lot of individuals are not willing to take these different jobs because they could possibly get infected. It don't matter how much, you know, how protected they may seem like they are. These people know that they could be susceptible for catching the same plague that they're trying to cure, that they have no cure for. All right, it says as of Thursday, there are at least 8 cases in 4 countries outside of China of human-to-human transmission of the new coronavirus. Over the past few weeks, we have witnessed the emergence of a previously unknown pathogen that has escalated into an unprecedented outbreak. WHO Director General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus said during a press conference at the organization Geneva headquarters on Thursday, "We must act together now to limit the spread."